Hey guys, today I'm going to be doing a book review on Troubled Blood by Robert Galbraith. Troubled Blood is book 5 in the Cormoran Strike series by Robert Galbraith. When a woman pleads for Strike's assistance in uncovering the mysterious disappearance of her mother 40 years prior, Strike and his partner, Robin Ellicott, are sent down a strange path involving astrology, serial killers, and corrupt gangsters. Yeah, guys, Troubled Blood is perhaps easily my favorite book in the Strike series thus far, and I don't know how much that is saying because I've honestly really quite enjoyed all of them. Yes, some of them have been a bit more up and down, but for the most part I've really liked and enjoyed them. But yes, something about this book in particular just really sat well with me, and I just was hooked from start to finish with it, despite how lengthy it is. This book is just about 1,000 pages long, yeah guys, but it never really felt that way. Now, yes, I can totally understand people who might feel like this is absolutely too long and it probably needed to be trimmed down. I don't blame you if you have that thought and opinion about it. But yeah, for me personally, I was kind of fine with the 1,000-page thing going on here. It was just fine for me personally. So, getting into the actual review of this book. Once again, I'll say it again, as I always do every time I review these books. The biggest point of interest for me with this series has always been the characters of Strike and Robin. I am just so enamored with their characters. I love their just awkward, complex relationship. Sometimes whatever the main murder mystery is, sometimes that's not like the biggest deal for me when I'm going into these books. I just love the attention and time spent on really focusing and fleshing out Strike and Robin as characters. In this particular installment, we see Robin, who is struggling with the fallout of some events that happened in the previous book with her husband Matthew. She's just absolutely distraught with some things that happen, without getting into spoilers, you guys. So she's dealing with a lot of that with her husband Matthew, which is kind of affecting her work life as well. And Strike, in the meantime, Strike is dealing with quite a number of things in this book. His Aunt Joan, who is the woman who raised him after his mother died and whatnot. Strike is dealing with the fact that his aunt has cancer, she's dying, so he has that to deal with. And then in the meantime, his ex-girlfriend is running around up to her shenanigans like she's been doing, and that's just also adding to the load that Strike is dealing with. Also, add on top of all of that, Strike's estranged father, the infamous rock star, has contacted Strike saying, hey, I want to meet with you, I have something to discuss with you, and Strike just absolutely refuses to connect with his father. Why? His father was never in his life, you know? So there's kind of a mysterious plot line going on there. Why does Strike's father want to see Strike so badly? You know, and you do kind of get that revealed at some point. So I love all these little nuances with the characters of Strike and Robin. You know, the book spends so much time fleshing them out as characters, because I feel like you really do know and understand them. You understand their quirks, their personalities, how they're going to react given any given situation, which is great, how they're going to interact with suspects and victims and whatnot. They each kind of have their own particular thing that they're very well skilled at. Robin being much more of a people person, you know, and Strike being someone who can kind of deduce really well from just body language. And yeah, another big part of this book, Strike and Robin, their friend group is constantly trying to hook the two of them up. And Strike and Robin really have no interest in that, but at the same time they're struggling with their feelings for each other. How exactly do they feel about each other? Are they just merely friends and acquaintances, or is there something kind of deeper there that needs to eventually be explored? And yes, it needs to be explored. I want these two to jump into bed at some point with each other. Dear God, please, get out all the sexual anxiety, dear God. So moving on to the main murder mystery of this book. Aside from the main murder mystery, there are like multiple other kind of mystery elements going on, because Strike and Robin, their agency is dealing with multiple cases. There's like something going on with a weatherman who feels like he has a stalker. There's something else with some guy's boss, like at a business firm and whatnot. There's like multiple other little mini mysteries going on within this mystery. But yeah, for the big main mystery, the bulk of this deals with a cold case that happened 40 years ago. Strike is out and about, and he's approached by a woman who wants him to help figure out the mysterious disappearance of her mother that happened 40 years ago. And Strike normally does not handle cold cases. He tells this woman, hey, there's a good chance I won't be able to figure out what happened to your mother. But hey, give me a year and I'll see what I can do. And if I don't finish it within a year, I'm going to have to just let it be. So this puts the book on a really tight, wonderful timeline that Strike has a year to figure out this 40-year-old cold case. And that worked. I really liked how that worked in this book, you guys, that this whole book takes place within a year. So you're seeing just like major events within the lives of these characters throughout this year, all of the various different cases that they're working on throughout the year. And yeah, this case of this mysterious woman is kind of interweaved in and out of there. It's kind of this big overlying mystery the entire time. So Strike and Robin, as they're investigating this cold case, it leads them to some very interesting paths. They run into some stuff going on with like tarot cards and astrology and gangsters and all these people that are at this medical clinic where the woman who disappeared 40 years ago, where she used to work. So they're kind of contacting all of her co-workers that worked with her during that time period 40 years ago. So the book is dealing a lot with like unreliable narrators. It's dealing with, the fact that many of their suspects are people who are elderly now at this point and might have a little bit of faulty memory. Yeah, just faulty memory in general. This cold case took place 40 years ago. People's remembrance of events have kind of shifted and changed, So the cold case is definitely a big issue throughout this book because they're dealing with suspects who either have faulty memory or suspects who are dead. There's people they can't question about what happened 40 years ago because they're dead. Or yeah, suspects who remain elusive, like they have like no profile, like no digital profile, like where are they exactly? We need to hunt them down. It's like they're still alive, but where are they? So yeah, this book is just so fascinating with all its unique twists and turns, all the various different suspects that interweave throughout this whole thing. Yeah, red herrings galore, you guys. I love red herrings in mystery books. There are so many red herrings in this book, it's not even funny. So I guess I'll kind of leave my thoughts about the book from there. It's kind of hard to talk about some things going on in this book without like diving into deep spoilers and whatnot. But yeah, overall, I thoroughly loved this installment of Strike. Once again, the characters are what I am here for at the ends of the day. I loved the main murder mystery as well, involving the 40-year-old cold case. It goes to some truly heartbreaking, devastating, upsetting places. Yeah, absolutely roller coaster of a ride from start to finish with this book. And yeah, the 1,000-page length of this book did not bother me whatsoever. If anything, I just kept craving more and more of it, and I didn't want it to end. So you guys, that is it for my thoughts and feelings on the latest Strike novel. In the comments below, have you guys read the Strike series? Do you plan on reading them? Just let me know your thoughts down below. So that's it for this video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And if you like this video, you may like these other videos. Bye guys.